You gotta live right.
I think like some teams that played this weekend need this song.
Fitting.
The sun to shine the next day, you know? And sometimes you just can't.
You think it's time sensitive?
Some of them need this right now because what happened this weekend? Hey,
you think this is what the people need?
Hey, it's a banger though. You know what I'm saying? Make you feel better a little bit. Sometimes just get away. Okay, now I got another one though.
This is the dope. Smoke, but don't choke on it's the shit.
Sometimes this song got me through a lot of bad days in college. Done failed the test, walking back to the dorm instead of dope.
For those who think life
is bad. How many times I've heard this song?
Sometimes you just gotta let them know that.
I'll roll one tonight
for your
in my chair as I sit back smiling from ear to ear.
Hey, but that was my ringtone. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, I know it. I know it to be true.
Hey, bro, sometimes you gotta, sometimes you just gotta, sometimes you just gotta chalk it up. And this weekend, after some of these games that happened this weekend, you gotta chalk it up to like, hey, bro, this wasn't our day, man.
Hey,
but you know what time it is? Yeah, it might not. It might not. But you know what day it is, though? It's IDK Sports Live. IDK Live podcast of IDK Sports Podcast. My name is Anthony. This is my main man, Kenny. And this is your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. We got some things to get into, man. And some of these topics hurt me. It hurt. Some of these topics really hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like two institutions that like I'm kind of, I'm like, didn't graduate from there, but I'm kind of intertwined. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of intertwined a little bit. So here we.
Hey, mom's the word, brother. Go for it.
You see you already in the comments. Hey, I gotta do it, pops. I mean, I gotta do it. It happened. It wouldn't be a podcast without it happening. But but you know we got. Hey, Kenny, you know what time it is for, man? You know what always happens first. You know what time it is, man.
Gotta address that.
Anthony's big dogs of the week. And some real big dogs. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get into it. And I think this big dog we had to go a little different route. So the first one I'm gonna go to is Malik Neighbors, big dog of the week, boy. Keep your head up, boy. It's gonna get better. When the rookie contract up, for 2 more years, 5th year option. Hey, you a big dog of the week because you ain't slapped the shit out of Brian DeBall or Russell Wilson yet. So, hey, man, that's why I have to give you the big dog of the week because it's going to get better, my dog.
It's not. It's not. He's a liar. He's a liar.
After watching that performance last night and with my man, like, you saw that interception that rushed through, Malik was just like, bro, I hate y'all. Like, I really hate y'all. Like, get me to the Commanders with my man. I can't stand y'all. You know what I'm saying? So Malik Davis, man, keep your head up, boy.
Would you believe it? There's 15 games left there, Malik.
You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up, boy. It might get better. I doubt it, but hey, boy, you only got what, 3 more years? You know what I'm saying?
Jackson Dart.
Yeah, it ain't gonna get no better. The next big dog is David Montgomery. Big dog of the week, David Montgomery. He had like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ran all up and down. I think he's still running. I think he's still running.
Look out the window.
You know what I'm saying? My next big dog, I told you it was a good program. Indiana football. Indiana football went on NBC and belt the ass.
Hey.
I've been trying to tell y'all for 3 years now. Indiana's a good program.
Say something about your boy Fernando.
Fernando went off. We don't get to it. Hey, Kenny, you know something? Do you see him? You know what just happened? Chris Mosley just scored another touchdown for Central in Greensboro. He just scored again. My man went completely off in Greensboro, and I think he's still running for touchdowns now. I think he still scored. I think he scored again.
Right next to David Montgomery.
So I think he's still running. Last but not least, Howard football, man. Hey, the HU. I guess they the real HU this year. You know what I'm saying? They beat 34-7. Hey, first time winning the HU Classic since 2015. It wasn't close. Like they said, he running wind sprints. but since 2015, Howard football finally wins the HU Classic, man. Hey, that's two losses lost to A&T in overtime. Then you go to DC and you lose like that, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on.
We'll talk about it
with Hampton, man. I don't know what's going on, but let's go. Wait, man. I can't give them their credit, but right there. Hey, man, to all my big dogs, shout out to the week because you are Anthony's big dog of the week. All right, so let's get right into it, man. IDK Sports Podcast, HBCU Spotlight, and I think you know how this is about to go. Okay. So which one we gonna start with? Let's go ahead.
So it's up to you.
Let's get one. Let's go and get the one out the way, man. Woo! Boy, ain't no way, boy. And the Aggie Eagle Classic in Greensboro. It was a good crowd. So let's get it out the way with the stats. Central beats A&T 62-20. 62-20. Central's Walker Harris 22 for 29, 380 and 3 tubs. Chris Mosley, one of my big dogs of the week, 11 carries, 168 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he also had 90 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. He had 5 touchdowns in total. But for A&T, it was not all lost. The blue and gold march machine, from what I heard and saw on YouTube, they sounded great.
Outstanding.
They sounded really good. It sounded good at halftime and the 5th quarter. You know what I'm saying? They ain't have much to play for. They ain't have much to play for, but they sounded great, I heard. So that's about all. I tried to look for stats for A&T, but I couldn't find none. But I heard the blue and gold march machine, the golden delights, everybody looked good. Even the cheerleaders were doing their thing on the side. Everybody besides the people that played on the field, did their thing. So,
Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate.
So, Kenny, what you say about the game? I don't know what to say. What you say?
The words woodshed mean anything to you, that brother? I think the youngest call it BTA. You know what I'm saying? Not much to cover here. Walker Harris. I think we may have had like a little bit of dialogue about it, last week about, hey, we don't know what type of performance or we don't know how strong they're going to come out. Well, mum's the word, brother. So sorry for disrespecting you like that because, hey, you showed us. Well, I put it on me. Showed me. I forgot. I apologize for even questioning your effort. Questioning your mission, brother, because you was on your mission by all means. And Chris Mosley, hey, God damn it, he done went past me again. I'm going to get it on film. Hopefully I caught it on my ring camera because that boy is still running. He's still out the gate. But, hey, man, maybe your hallmark win is beating Hampton, A&T. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Double overtime takes a lot out of you. And I know for certain for Hampton it took a lot out of them. So
it was watch this game. It was utter dominance. Central came out there with a point to prove, and well, they proved it. They put 60 on them again. Great crowd, real live atmosphere, for the first quarter, but they just couldn't stop Chris Mosley from running the ball, catching the ball, everything. Just everything. And it got out of hand. And when it got out of hand, real quick. Real quick.
HBCU Buzz website, they said this is the largest margin of victory in rivalry history.
I don't know if that's true. How much they beat them by last year? They put 66 on them last year.
They said margin, so that means A&T could have scored more last year.
I don't know. It's a lot. I know. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
Coach Gibbs, that's what we need to focus on. It's a lot to a little.
Yeah, it's a lot. And then, before the game, and then the thing about it, I don't know. Like before the game, an A&T player sprayed water on Trey Oliver before the game. So I don't know if that contributed to the ass whooping that they proceeded to give. I don't know. But it seemed like somebody talked about somebody mama, and them boys came out with their hair on fire. And it was bad. Yeah, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's the widest margin. I don't think.
Okay, all right. So I knew that was gonna come back up. I got you, Pops, because last year,
yeah,
that game was 66-24.
Oh, that is a bigger margin. I don't know, bro. It's all a lot. It's a lot to a little. I mean, we're arguing a lot. We're arguing tomato. It was a lot.
Tomatoes.
It was a lot, man. So, Central. I predicted that Central would have an offensive, like the offense would start to click. I didn't think it would be like this. I thought there would be A&T by like 2 or 3 touchdowns. I didn't know it would be like this, but they came like they were supposed to come in a rivalry game, took care of business. Now it's on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? It's on to the next one. And for A&T, I don't know what Central. I forgot what Central playing next, but I know A&T's headed up to Maine next. My dad said back in the day they beat them 55-0. So hey, A&T, ain't nowhere else to go but up from here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nowhere else to go but up from here. So but Kenny, don't laugh too hard.
Oh no, brother, I balance out my smiles and my cries.
Yeah, hold on. Did
I keep it happy medium.
Hold on, I don't think I downloaded it. Hold on, let me get this right. Okay. Boom. Howard, 34-7. You know, won the Battle of the Real HU in DC at Audi Field. Tyreek Starks, 12 for 15 for 165 yards. And Travis King with 16 carries, 113 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And I heard the after parties in DC were lit.
Amazing. It's amazing.
You know what I'm saying? I heard they had a good time out there in the DC after parties because as far as offensive wise, y'all ain't do nothing. Y'all played 3 quarterbacks on all of them. So
in the fourth quarter.
You know, Howard wins that rivalry for the first time since 2015.
10 years. Yep.
Man,
yep.
Y'all let Howard beat y'all for the first time since 2015. So, hey, Kenny, what you got to say about this game? Because it really wasn't close. I mean, they really just ran the ball down y'all throats for real.
Yeah. Now I think you we heard what you needed to say there, and appreciate it. Other than that, in 10 years, bro. 10 years. 2015. All right. I thought I got my message across last week about how disappointed I was in that double overtime loss to A&T. You know? But we just said, hey, is it possible that we can be worse? They said, yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
It's possible.
Hold my beer.
Hey, brother, watch this. I don't know what to tell you because after what? I think it was like maybe 3 or 4 plays into this game, Howard scored.
Yeah.
And it showed me exactly what we had on our hands this game. I was like, okay, we're flat.
Yeah.
Howard must have the greatest defense in the world. Because that's what you told me. You got out-coached in all 3 phases of the game.
Yeah.
There's nothing reputable about what you put on the field last week. Nothing to hang your hat on. As an alum, I'm going to go ahead and start raising the flag, passing around the offering plate, start filing a local petition. It's time, bro. It's time.
What?
This is probably the most disappointing consecutive 2 weeks of football I've seen in Hampton.
Wait a minute. You talking about the coach?
Oh, brother, yes, I'm talking about the coach.
He just got there.
And I've seen enough. It's time to go, brother. Is that in 15 years? In 10 years?
I mean, You know, how was a good program? I guess we ain't lose to them.
Stop doing that. Stop doing that, bro. Stop doing that. And I don't want to hear about we never. I saw some reports like we never found a rhythm off. You never found a rhythm. Period.
Nah, it was bad. Offensive display was bad.
Only rhythm we had was during the halftime. That's the only rhythm that we found. That's it. So yeah, man, you lucky if I'm just stopping at the coach. I'm talking AD. I'm talking the staff. I'm talking everybody.
They fire everybody because of one game, bro.
I can't trust you as a staff to do the right thing by Hampton, brother. I can't trust you.
Hey,
I can't trust you.
I mean,
we don't drop these games. We don't drop these games. Those are little brother to the north. Those little brother on I-95. They've been there for 10 years.
They said they big dog now. They said talk to them with some respect. Talk to them with some respect. Put some respect on their name now.
You know how many extra sections in the club they bought that night?
Facts.
It was having bottle parties up in Barcode. I don't even know if that's still a thing there.
Yeah.
Nah, unacceptable.
It was a rough day for them out there, man. Out for DC. And like I said, the offense never got it together. But like now, it begs the question for me, because how was defense in the FAMU game look good? Morehouse, they looked good. They kept them in the game until their offense got it going. And now you got this game where they kept them in the game, where they like defense have done good with Hampton. Now, mind you, I don't think highly of FAMU. Morehouse is D2, and I don't think highly of y'all. So, like, so it's still kind of confusing, but how is defense might be good again? You know what I'm saying? It might be a good defense. And it has to be wait to be seen. I mean, I think they play this week. Hold on, let me be live. Howard they play Richmond this week at Richmond. So now if they can hold Richmond down on some points and their defense stays in it with Richmond, then I might say that maybe their defense is good enough to keep them in the game until their offense get going. But this is another game where the defense has held the team pretty low yardage and good points. So shout out for Howard for winning the first time in 10 years. A couple other scores to talk about in the HBCU ranks. Delaware State, 3 wins in a row, 39-10 against St. Francis. St. Francis is a decent team in the NEC. They ran the ball for almost 300 yards on these boys. Basically ran the ball down their throat and defense shut them down. They this week have Sacred Heart, who beat my team, Norfolk State. They also compiled almost 500 yards of offense on them, made some bonehead, but too many turnovers, cost us the game, and missed field goals, cost us the game. We ended up losing 31-28. And we drop another game. So now it brings us down to 1-3 and only beating Virginia State. I'm interested to see how some of the games next week play out. But Delaware State, yet again, 3-game win streak. This is a team that last year didn't beat a Division I opponent. This is a team for the past 3 years haven't beat 2 Division I opponents in a year. They don't won 3. They done beat Albany and St. Francis. They're 3-1 right now. Like Deshaun Jackson, man, hey, shout out to the job he's doing up there. Got them boys believing, and that offense is deadly. The defense could just be decent. That offense is Caden Bennett and them boys are deadly.
I'm just waiting to see the power rankings at this point.
Yeah. So let's get to the games to watch this week. I already talked about it, man. Dale State at Sacred Heart, 12 noon, ESPN Plus. I'm interested in this game. The Sacred Heart is supposed to be favored to win the NEC. Sacred Heart beat us, but I wasn't that impressed with Sacred Heart. So now Dale handles Sacred Heart. For my squad, the Norfolk State Spartan, that spells trouble for me. I mean, that spells real trouble because if Dale handled Sacred Heart and a team that we couldn't control, and they basically just ran the ball on us, and Dale handles them kind of easy like they did St. Francis, Mike Vick and them we might be in for a long season. But that game is at 12 noon on ESPN Plus.
Okay. My key to this game is to avoiding the trap game for Dell State.
Okay.
The way I'm looking at Sacred Heart is not too tough as an opponent, but it's more so like, hey, this is still a game that requires you to play all 4 quarters, finishing the game strong, maintaining good offensive production. By all means, does this have to be a world beater? Just we're putting in our second string, third string at the end of the game. No, I'm not calling for that, but I am calling you to play all 4 quarters. That is the message to the team. I look at the Sacred Heart team that had like a damn near defensive standstill with Stonehill earlier this season. Had a tough game with Norfolk State, 31-28. It's just all right. Let's avoid the trap. They even got beat down, had a tough game with LIU with Long Island a couple weeks ago. So it's like, hey, maybe if we just we know what we bring offensively as an offense in Delaware State. We got that covered. All right, let's just avoid the trap. Let's not overlook anyone. I think they got Howard coming a little bit further down the schedule for Delaware State. It's they got probably some more conference play coming here soon. So let's just not completely look over Sacred Heart. It's still a matchup, still something to be that's worth our attention. Play 4 quarters. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would call it a trap game. Sacred Heart. I think Sacred Heart they don't make no mistakes, and I think this game gonna be close. Sacred Heart, you know what Sacred Heart wants to do? Sacred Heart wants to run the football. They don't throw the football well. Like I said, we had almost 500 yards of offense on them. There's too many turnovers. So if you keep turnovers clean, this game you could take care of it. Like you said, I mean, 4-1 going into like some more non-conference games because the MEAC don't have as many conference teams. Hey man, Delaware State looking good, man. Shout out to Sean Jackson and them. Another game I'm kind of interested in, kind of not. Bama State versus FAMU, kind of just it's a conference game at Bragg Stadium. Andrew Body coming into FAMU at 3 p.m. Eastern time. I'm really watching this game just so the FAMU folk can cry when Andrew Body throw for 400 yards on them. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. They're going to cheat a little bit, but, it's whole we don't lose at Bragg. We don't lose at Bragg. I'm watching this game just to see them lose, really. Hey, FAMU fans get mad at me. It is what it is. I don't think they have any shot to beat Bama State and Andrew Body. I just want to see them lose at home. That's really the only reason why I put it up here.
Yeah, I mean, FAMU has been, dominant in recent matchups. I got a quick tally of, when they match up prior to, but I don't think that's the case this go around. That is certainly not the case. I expect Andrew Body to have a stalwart showing, just he be showing as he been on a tear earlier this season. So I'm predicting more of the same. This could very well be a rout in a very SWAC East, like a historical SWAC East heavy matchup. Usually this is kind of where it's kind of leading to some conference title implications kind of born from this game. But I think all we're going to see is that, hey, Andrew is still that guy. I think that's what all we're going to really be able to take from this game. So, by all means, Bama by a lot, FAMU with a little. Keep rolling. On to next week.
Yeah, I think this game is I think Bama State really going to take care of business. I don't think FAMU is that good, and I think the calls for Coach Cozy to maybe get put off the head coach and maybe to be looking for a job soon get louder and louder. So let's get to the game. One of the game of the week for me. I'm gonna say probably one of the biggest games of the weekend. Right here, the Boombox Classic, man. Big classic game. I don't know whether this is at Jackson or Southern. I think it's at Jackson State. Jackson State versus Southern, 7 p.m. on ESPN Plus. If you know, it's the Boombox Classic. 2 rivals they play every year. This game is kind of tricky to me. Do I think Jackson State is going to win? Yes. Do I think Jackson State is going to blow Southern out? No. This game is going to be really close. I think Jackson State likes to run the football, and I do like Southern's D-line. especially with my man Kelby Givens. That's his name. I think his name. I think they do. I like that. I like their D line. I think Jackson. I think it's a close game for like 2.5, 3/4. But I think you see Jackson State pull it away at the end. I'm gonna say that Jackson State wins this game 31-14. And wins it again, wins the Boombox Classic again. I think for like the 5th year in a row. A series they've been dominating since Dion got there and since he left. I think Jackson State's got a little bit too many weapons for Southern's lack of offense to handle.
Yeah, so this is in Baton Rouge, so JSU is on the road. So my key to this again is let's just take it to the trenches, bro. If JFU offensive line can set the tone early against Southern's defensive line, bro, everything will just flow naturally. JSU can get right back on rhythm, just dominate the line of scrimmage, and that their rushing game and their pass protection will just flow naturally. Get off to a hot start, reset the line of scrimmage, and we got us a game. I got Jackson State topping Southern in this one. Again, another one go down in the history books for the Boombox Classics. Jackson State winner this week.
Yeah. A couple games that I didn't highlight. I don't know why I didn't highlight this one, but shout out to the people out there in Texas, the Grambling and Prairie View. I forgot about to put this one up, but the State Fair Classic played on the fairgrounds down there in Texas at the Cotton Bowl. Really big classic game featuring Grambling and Prairie View. That's an interesting game because I don't know how good Grambling is because they barely beat Kentucky State, but then we still don't know how good Prairie View is. It's kind of like a let's see game, see where this is going to go. SWAC West matchup out there at State Fair Classic. I don't know. Grambling just ain't really played nobody. So I'm gonna take Prairie View in this one. Close game. I think it's like 28-21, 28-24. Close game, and give the people on the fairground something to look forward to as they enjoy that classic game. It's really they're probably kicking it off heavy tonight.
Good deal. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Some other games. I mean, who y'all playing? Do you care? Norfolk State playing Wagner. We better win that game. They ain't won all year. Need to win that game. South Carolina State playing Charleston Southern. Central playing East Texas A&M. I said Howard is playing Richmond. I know A&T is making that long trek up to Maine. Hampton got to go down to Elon. Got to go back to North Carolina. That's again.
Yeah, I know.
Who else is playing? Tennessee State is playing Tennessee Tech. What else happened in HBCU football before I leave it? That's really about it. The games that really matter. Some good games starting to get in conference play for some folk. Starting to get some seasons. See how some seasons lay out. See how many wins we gonna get. You know. See how many wins we gonna get. At least everybody got one. At least all our teams got one win.
And for some, that might be it. looking at you, Hampton. Don't piss me off.
So the IDK Sports HBCU rankings, again, haven't seen much for nothing to change. Haven't seen it for nothing to change, man. Alabama State, I still think is the dominant team right now, HBCU Sports. South Carolina State is right behind them. Jackson State is next. They was on a bye last week. A&M continue to win games. And Central, I mean, they just went to A&T and beat the brakes off of them. So I just can't move anybody out. But an honorable mention, Del State is getting up there for me, for the people that are playing. Howard is getting around there for me too. You know what I'm saying? Just got to see a little bit more. Del State just can't overtop anybody right now because the teams they playing weren't projected to be that good anyway. But they are handling business. So I would, you know what I'm saying? We're getting a look into, we're going to get to the point where some of this stuff might start shifting around a little bit. But right now, man, I don't see no way to change it, man. I don't see nobody I can take out, man.
I'd say what's the justification for Jackson State at 3? My only question would be, what's the justification for Jackson State at 3? I think they're 2-1, 3-1 right now. 2-1. Alabama A&M, like you said, they can stacking games. North Carolina Central coming off a big game against A&T, pretty much of a thrashing. We already know who Bama State and South Carolina State is. At some point, we gotta also say, hey, Dale State, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. Yeah, at some point. I just don't see the justification for Jackson State at this point. I know I'm probably making some people mad, but again,
they got the win against y'all, and then they got the win. They won the game. They came in highly. Right now, we're just going off what we think. It's still off of mostly some preseason stuff. Only team that I've seen like really manhandle folk was Alabama State with UAB. That UAB performance keep them at the top. South Carolina State, even though they're playing Power 5 team, they're looking competitive. Jackson State looked good against Southern Miss. Alabama A&M is winning the game. They're supposed to win Central. They're putting belt to ass, and everybody's supposed to put belt to ass too. So, hey man, it's a long season. It's a long season, bro. It's a long season, but that's our HBCU spotlight. Hey man, tell y'all, man, if you're not following HBCU football, hey, you might want to start following. Plus, you got homecoming season coming up. You know what I'm saying? October's coming, so
right.
definitely want to tap in, man. Let's see what's next here. Let's get to our FBS recap of the Power 4 conferences in Group of 5. Hey man, let's start with the game that we thought was gonna be the game of the week. 2 ranked opponents, Illinois and Indiana. Illinois goes to Indiana, and Indiana proceeds to put belt badge on national TV in front of everybody. So Fernando Mendoza, 21 for 23, 267, 5 touchdowns. Kobe Martin, 12 carries, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. Illinois, at least your mama got to see you play on prime time.
It was fun.
That's all I got. You know what I'm saying? At least your mama got to see you play. Because you didn't show up to play football. I don't know what y'all showed up to do. It started bad, ended bad. It was just bad the whole way around. The more physical team was Indiana, defense and offense, and like when the ship started rolling, Illinois had couldn't respond, and it was just a bad outing.
Yeah, man. This would, I don't know if we want to say it because it was prime time. I want to say this was a Heisman moment potentially for Fernando, but it was also a good way to show some dominance. Through 5 touchdowns, he was able to buy time, make decisions, deliver under duress, move the chains consistently. They were just firing on all cylinders. Whereas even on the defensive side of the ball for Indiana, they racked up 5 sacks in this game against Illinois. 5 sacks. Defensive line was on wrecking crew status. Illinois never got nothing. Clearly, Illinois never got anything going on offense and could not get any push when it came time to getting after the quarterback when they went on defense. So, damn good showing for Indiana. Good way to get some upcoming prospects, some spotlight there in like the 3rd, 4th quarter. Got to get some young and some good burn on primetime slot. So shout out to Indiana, bro. Good program, according to some. Some would say they're a damn good program. I would also say that Mendoza, we can get into it later, but some of those preseason ranking of quarterbacks is starting to look iffy. Whereas some that were less talked about, are starting to step up to the front. There's some names that's been stepping into the party. We'll hold off on that for the time being. Shout out to Mendoza.
Mind the rumbles in the back. It's a bad thunderstorm outside. I hope my power don't cut off. Let's go into the next game. This is another game of the weekend. I watched a lot of this game. Oklahoma beats Auburn 24-17. John Mateer 24 for 46, 271 a tud, 29 rushes and a touchdown as well. Isaiah Sagnas, and I want to mess up his name. But Isaiah had 9 receptions, 127 yards, and a touchdown. For Auburn, Jackson Arnold was 21 for 32, 220 and a tud. Cam Coleman had 3 receptions for 88 yards and a touchdown. This game was a really good game, man. Back and forth, like really kind of went to a defensive standstill. Then offenses got it going. I think Oklahoma had 9 or 10 sacks in this game. Really good, good play football game. Unfortunately, after this game, we found out that John Mateer had to get surgery on his thumb. Yeah. Probably gonna miss about 3 to 4 weeks, they say, minimum. Which is really heartbreaking for Oklahoma because with that defense, he was the quarterback that you kind of needed to really keep you going, keep it afloat. So let's see what the backup got. Also for Auburn, I don't think there's nowhere to hold your head down. I think this team has really improved from last year. And sometimes you all got to turn out some of these games into wins. But shout out for Oklahoma, win another game this year, another big matchup, SEC conference game, and getting the dub.
Defense. Oklahoma's defense is legitimately legit. They are too legit to quit. I'm not putting them up there with all-time defenses just yet, but racking up 10 sacks in the game, a safety, anything you can imagine, bro, they can do it. They can do it. From a prospect standpoint, from the safety, I'm forgetting his name right now, dog. R. Mason Thomas, pass rusher, dog. All 3 levels got dogs. And they got one of the highest pass efficiency allowed, national leaders in total defense, scoring defense. Bruh, they very well may just be just fine over these next 3 to 4 weeks without John Mateer. Again, it's just not as much of don't just crap the bed while he's gone. As long as you don't do that, they for damn sure got a defense that's going to keep him in the game. No question. Yeah. No question. That defense is legit, bro. 10 sacks don't happen by happenstance.
It does not. Does not.
Give them they just do. Also, real quick, Cam Coleman, freshman, dog work. All dog work.
Yeah.
That 2027, 2028 draft class is going to be one for the books. I'm just going to go ahead and say that now. But that's for a later pod.
Yeah. So, like I said, it was a really good football game. It's probably, I want to say, probably the best game. Like, well, you had some other games. You had let me take this off the screen real quick. You had Missouri. That Missouri South Carolina game was a good game. I think Missouri pulled it out. That's a tough place to go play. Sometimes that Missouri team is better than people are giving them credit for it. They actually got a pretty good team out there. They'll give some top teams in the SEC some problems. What was another game? I think the game everybody was talking about, Georgia Tech really puts it on Clemson at Clemson. No, Syracuse, I meant to say. I'm sorry. Fran Brown and Syracuse going to Clemson and puts it on Clemson. And it's really starting to have people ask questions of like, Dabo, is your way of not taking transfers and not, you know what I'm saying, really coming up with the times? Is it holding Clemson back? I personally think Dabo kind of still knows what he's doing. Kind of. I think he does need to get more transfers. I just think the quarterback's not playing good. I think the offense is not clicking, which in turn, the defense is on the field longer, which in turn is make them get tired faster, and they're not looking as good because there's talent at Florida State. I mean, talent at Clemson. There's talent there. I just think your signal caller is not being the man, like the 4-year starting senior that he should be.
Right.
And I think it's holding him back. I really think it's holding him back.
Well, I mean, I think it's a double-edged sword. I mean, here on the defensive side of the ball for Clemson, but you're on the field forever. They cannot get off the field on third down against Syracuse. They couldn't do anything. It was almost painful to watch. You going on like 9-play drives, 11-play drives, 12-play drives. It's like, bro, you on the field. You're out there stranded on an island, getting like chunk plays. Syracuse is just like, again, it's like a death by 1,000 cuts. You just get, just moving the chains. So you just out there hanging, trying to survive each series. And then all that just for inefficiency on offense. They don't have no identity, can't run the ball. When you're trying to get over, okay, you have an inefficiency in running the ball. Let's try some short swing passes, some short out plays. Can't even get no timing down on those. You want to take a deep shot. Again, names are slipping today. Please forgive me, but you took one deep shot, which ended up in a big score. But there's nothing else in the rotation. I understand Antonio Williams' first game getting back last week, but there had to be more in the artillery for him other than just swing passes, screens, reverses. It literally needs a shot in the arm on offense, and Cade Klubnik is not providing that for you.
Yeah,
he's not. I can honestly see him transferring at the end of this year.
Transferring where? He ain't got no more time left.
He's all out of eligibility.
Yeah, he gotta go.
How long has he been there?
He been there for 4 years.
How old is he?
He's just a fourth. Like he started as a freshman. I've been playing every year.
Oh,
He was a true friend. Ain't no transferring. He gotta go. Like no transferring. Like him and Drew Allard gotta go. Like ain't no leaving.
Damn, kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it looks bad because like you're a 4-year starter. So like at some point, like you, this is your year where everything is supposed to be clicking. It's supposed to be looking easy for you.
Damn,
it's not looking good, and I think that's what it is. He's not playing up to the potential that everybody thought he would be playing as a senior, and it just don't look right. It don't look right, and everybody's asking questions of Dabo. So it's just what it is on that end.
Nice knowing you, brother. Sorry.
Let's get into it. Some games to watch this week. Ole Miss and LSU kickoff 3:30 Eastern Time, ABC. Interesting matchup. LSU defense has looked really, really good, really dominant. But Ole Miss,
come on,
has been making plays.
Come on.
This game, I think, is this game at LSU or at Ole Miss?
Are they going to Death Valley? Let me see. Are they going to Death Valley?
But them boys, like I said, this is an interesting game. SEC matchup. Is Ole Miss and they transfer quarterback? Are is this Ole Miss year, or is LSU defense and Garrett Nussmeier really gonna get going and help out LSU defense? That defense has been legit. The offense just ain't really producing the points that they should, like a Brian Kelly offense usually does. So, but now it's Brian Kelly going up against Lane Kiffin. Is it in Ole Miss?
Yeah, it's in Ole Miss.
So it's in Oxford, Mississippi. Little midday game. I'm gonna go Ole Miss, man. I'm gonna go Ole Miss wins this game. 31-28. Last second field goal.
I'm gonna tell you something. Lane Kiffin did it again. And I think we talked about this offline. He did it again. Trinidad Chambers, whatever you want to say about him being JUCO and that just happened by, that was just a fluke. What he's been, the type of show he put on last week, he's legit, bro. Again, I'm not crowning him just yet, but this is what I was talking about early in the pod. It's like a few names starting to step to the front. Lane Kiffin did it again.
Mm-hmm.
Found like a 6'2" athlete that can throw, that can run, that can extend the play, hit cats on time. Ole Miss got another group of another good wide receiver room down there, bro. I'm expecting if this comes down to a shootout, it would be Ole Miss. But here's the kicker: I don't expect it to be a shootout. I do not expect that because also LSU defense is pretty damn good too.
Yeah, they're really good this year.
They got a cat in Manzor Delane that's already being projected to be what, top 10, top 15 draft pick in 2026. Harold Perkins returned to form. There's other cats along that defensive line, big names, showing dominance. So I don't expect it to be a shootout by no means. They're going to make Lane Kiffin earn it this week. So, same thing here. I got it 31-20 LSU.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a really good game. It has a chance to be the best game of the weekend, I think.
Yes, sir.
has a very good chance of being the best game of the weekend. Let's get in the next one. Hey man, when I was coming up, this was the biggest game.
Whew.
You know what I'm saying? Alabama versus Georgia, 7:30 Eastern Time on ABC. I think this game is in Georgia. Don't give me the line. Might be Alabama. I think I might have them backwards. But you can see that for me. I'm gonna say this game. I like Gunnar Stockton. I like his toughness. I think he makes throws what need to be made. I'm not saying he's great, but that Tennessee game showed that he can make throws when throws need to be made. And I think Georgia defense kind of maybe gets it clicking a little bit too. Start looking more like a Kirby Smart Georgia defense. I just don't like Bama's quarterback situation. Just not I just don't think they have the dogs like they normally do. I think Georgia wins this game 34-10, man.
All right. How do I want to go in this game? It is in Georgia. To answer your question earlier, it is in Georgia.
All right, and I'm definitely going 34-10.
I just don't like. But if there's any game, right, for them to get back on track or to kind of, settle some momentum swing, it's this one. Bama gets Jan Miller back, the running back down there, gets him back this week. He's returning from injury. Jeremy Bernard, again, the matchup between Jeremy Bernard and Ryan Williams, maybe they can start clicking as a good 1-2 punch again. But again, if the harassment, it's the thing. It's why I don't like it. I don't like Bama QB play right now. I don't like it. It hurts to watch. It's almost like you gotta be spoon fed to him right now for it to work. And when they got true talent there on the perimeter, again, Jerry Bernard, he can move anywhere from slot to X. Ryan Williams is an all-time weapon. I just mentioned they got Jan Miller back. But so it's like you got true talent, but it's like, okay, it all stops if the person that has the ball every play doesn't make it work. So that's again, it's making me hate Bama. Even on when Bama's on defense, I trust Damani Jackson. I trust him. Good corner. But again, it just may be too much. If Jordan, again, coming from that Tennessee game last week, if they're still in a hot hand, if they're still rolling, if they can still win a shootout. And again, just like we got done mentioning with the Ole Miss and LSU game, if it turns into a shootout, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go UGA again. I'm gonna have to go with Kirby on this one because I don't think Bama can survive when them shots are fired. They can't survive in an all-out warfare, bro. So, how I want to say it. How about this? We're gonna give them an old shocker for old time's sake. I'm gonna go Bama 34-31 over Georgia in a walk-off field goal.
I don't know why you think Alabama gonna be able to score that many points, but okay.
Yes, bro. I think it's now or never. Sometimes when you're back against the wall, it kind of forces you to fight your way out. So we're gonna see. This is gonna be a a game of testing your mettle and seeing exactly how much you want to fight, how much you want to uphold that Bama shield. This is gonna be it. This is the last time. This is the last fighting shot y'all got. Let's see.
You got more faith in them than I do. Last game, probably the game of the week, top 5 matchup. Oregon, Penn State, 7:30, NBC, whiteout in Happy Valley.
You know what's up?
This game is interesting to me. I like Dante Moore, but I just don't know how good they are. I just don't know how good Oregon is. They played what we now know is a bad Oklahoma State team that they beat 60 because Oklahoma State lost to Tulsa, got the coach fired. We played the Northwestern team. I don't know who you played. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Oregon has played anybody yet, but now they are. Penn State, same thing. I don't think he played anybody yet, and he didn't look that great against FIU. I don't know, but I kind of just think Oregon has too much speed on that team. I do see that. They have a lot of speed on that team, And I do like Dante Moore, and I've never been a big believer of Drew Allard or a big believer of Drew Allard in big games. Been a believer in him where he is the guy that has to help you win the game. He has to be the reason. And I think Dan Lanning is going to come in with a thing to stop them running backs from running the football. And he's going to make him make throws. And in big games, when Drew Allard has to make throws, he throws picks.
Yeah. Prove
and, you know, I just don't see it. I got it's gonna sound bad. I got Oregon kind of putting belt to ass to Penn State in Happy Valley during whiteout. I got Oregon kind of putting. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice if they 35-17. But I might be wrong, and I could be wrong. I'll kill me in the comments, but I got Oregon putting BTA in Happy Valley to show Penn State they're not on their level.
Yeah, this is gonna be a sad. I hate that it's a whiteout game because this is gonna be a sad showing. Because even if you're not completely sold on Dante Moore, I don't know why, but even if you're not completely sold on him, I'm completely sold on that freshman wide receiver they got in DeCorian Moore. Again, I mentioned Cam Coleman earlier this pod. I'm gonna say the same exact thing for DeCorian Moore. All dog work. All dog team early. 5-star recruit came in and showed exactly what he is, exactly who they say he is.
Yeah.
And I understand, for the Penn State crowd, it's like, oh, we got AJ Harris, this is the best, lock up. Okay, let's say that works in your favor. Maybe you don't. Maybe you hold him. He doesn't go for 120 or 150 on you. You still got Kenyon Sadiq for Oregon too. And trust me, the LBs ain't enough. The linebackers there in Penn State ain't enough to keep up with that. Or the safeties, if we're being fair.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, I'm more going towards inside of thing. I'm kind of looking at it like 35-14, 35-17. I kind of want to put this game at 42-14, honestly, because they're going to need every last bit of that rushing attack for Penn State for this game to even be close.
Yeah.
They gonna need every.
I'm not a big believer of Drew Allard in big games, bro. Like, and everybody say, oh, when they had to run to the championship game, yeah, and they really ran the ball to the games they won. He didn't when they lost the championship. Not the championship. When they lost Notre Dame in the semifinals, they couldn't run the ball as well. And our man threw 2 picks, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
I just don't. I think, unless he's gonna prove me wrong, history has shown Penn State don't win the big games, and the quarterback they got there when it's his turn to make the play or do the drive, most time against the really good teams, it doesn't work out in his favor. It doesn't work out in his favor.
Their best bet is just that it doesn't come down to Drew Allard having to make the throw. It doesn't have to make game-winning throws or play superhero ball.
Yeah.
It is the duo of Katron Allen and Nicholas Singleton pretty much taking over the game and keeping that Oregon offense off the field. Yeah. Taking them completely out the game. Limiting, they got to win the time of possession. They got to reset the line of scrimmage each time. It's just, moving the chains. I'm not even talking about home run hitters because that puts that Oregon offense right back on the field. It has to be, we just going to run the ball to the point where everybody in the stadium knows what's happening and you can't do nothing about it. That's how dominant that rushing game has to be for this game to even be anywhere opposite of what we're predicting right now. Because I feel the exact same way about Drew Allard, bro. He can't. It can't be on his shoulders to make that game-winning throw. He can't. It can't come down to him getting inside of a pinch in like a 3rd and 8 or a 3rd and 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be on the bad side of the scoreboard if that happens.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but it's a big game of the week. Whiteout gonna be a great atmosphere. It's gonna be live. But I think Oregon silenced that crowd kind of quickly, bro. And that is our college football FBS recap, man. Some good games, still good games. I mean, some other good games on the schedule. I didn't really highlight some of the big ones. I think them are the ones that I'm gonna watch. I don't know. You got any games that you're interested in seeing? I mean, you got USC versus Illinois. Did Illinois bounce back? Is USC better than we think they are? Is USC a team to watch out for in the Big Ten? I don't know. Another noon game is kind of like Marcus Freeman can start 1-3. Notre Dame heads to Arkansas.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Arkansas ain't like they 2-2 and they haven't looked bad in them 2 losses. Or 1-3 start from a championship thing, it could be, that's hey.
Yeah. I got my eyes on this. That 3:30 slot is just jam packed because who we just got done mentioning, but excuse me, just as well as LSU and Ole Miss is playing at 3:30. There's a couple other games with that same spot. So I'm looking at Auburn versus Texas A&M, trying to see how your boy Marcel Reed how he heads up. Excuse me, see how he heads. They're home this week. You know what I'm saying? Auburn just got done with a tough loss to Oklahoma. Trying to see how they rebound, and then turn right back around. You got Ohio State at Washington. That's a damn good matchup for those that watch. Hold on.
I don't think Washington ain't played nobody, bro.
Hold on.
Like, who did Washington play? I saw that, but Washington played Colorado State, UC Davis, Washington State.
Yeah, but Washington's also put up, 59 points, 70 points, 70 points.
Yeah, like they're supposed to. I think
38 points on offense. My point is that they can score. And we're right here at
on bad teams.
Anthony, all I'm saying is that they can score
on bad teams. I get you. They don't get their ass whooped.
All right, don't take my word.
This is definitely a belt to ass. I don't know why the spread only 7.5. They're giving Washington credit. Maybe because it's in Washington. And Ohio State got to fly all the way out to the Pacific Northwest. You know what I'm saying? Hey. I am interested in this Indiana Iowa game though.
Stop it.
Hey.
Stop it. Hold on. Now, because see, this is shit I'm talking about. this is shit I'm talking about. I'm going to have to call you out on this one. If we can acknowledge a 3-0 Washington team that has a damn Russian leader and Jonah Coleman and has like a red zone damn demon in Denzel Boston, well, we going to sit here and poo-poo Washington. But at the same time, we going to say, nah, man, this Indiana versus Iowa game. Who the hell?
They beat Rutgers. Rutgers is a good team. A decent team.
No, they beat Chalk. They
look good. Okay. And Iowa looked good in that the battle of the battle of the Hawkeyes against Iowa State. That was a good. I'm just saying, at Iowa, and the way Iowa played, Iowa always catches somebody. Somebody get caught lacking in Iowa every year. They get out there, they get lulled to sleep, and you look up, next thing you know, it's the fourth quarter, and this game is 7-3. Don't know why it's 7-3. Don't know what happened. I ain't know we were still. I ain't know when we got to the fourth quarter, but here it is, 7-3, and here is Iowa on the 4-yard line, about to run inside power and win the game. Just saying, bro.
For all those that care, take the over, because right now Indiana is a 74% have a 74% win probability over Iowa right now. I don't know what the hell Ant's talking about.
How you feel about another sneaky game? I like Iowa State, but Arizona and they quarterback, they've been looking pretty good. They put belt to ass to Kansas State.
Yeah. Sneaky one.
That's a 7 o'clock ESPN game. Iowa State, Arizona, it's the Big 12. You never know. When we said at the beginning of the year, you never know in the Big 12. We thought Arizona State was like that.
Yeah, it could be something. It could be something. Who knows? I kind of wait to the end of the year for Big 12. Let them. It's like staying out there. I'm going to stay out y'all business and let y'all figure it out and see who emerges at the end of the year. But
game.
Damn good weekend.
Night game, we got Prime ending out the night on ESPN against BYU in Colorado. It looks bad. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
It looks bad. Like y'all, people got on me last year because I hate no prime and stuff like that. It looks. This is what I'm talking about. Not developing and not setting. When you say we're not worried about culture, this is what I'm talking about. When you don't set a culture, it looks bad. Y'all beat and everybody like, oh, they beat Wyoming, bro. They beat Wyoming.
Yep.
Without ain't no Josh Allen at Wyoming either. They beat Wyoming. They beat Delaware and Wyoming. The defense, I don't know what they got to do to get defensive linemen out there. And, hey, man, Jordan Seaton, I think that's his name, left tackle.
Yeah.
It might be time to transfer, bro, because you a top 10 guy. You a guy. You can ball. But are you getting the right development out there in Colorado? Because it might be time to go somewhere where like you can get some development, big dog, because the offensive line is trash, but it's making you look bad. And I don't want him to go to pro and then be like, oh, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's really good. Good tackle. After this year, bro, it might be time, bro, to play 1 year somewhere with somebody that is a proven person that can go to Wisconsin real quick. You know what I'm saying? Go to with Brett Bielema at Illinois. Go to Texas with Steve Sarkisian. Go to Florida. Down to Florida State of Miami with Mario Cristobal. Like, if it don't get better at Colorado, he got, like, I know loyalty is loyalty, but hey, when it comes to the pro, my brother, you want the development because you're going for your size and how you move. He's a top 15 pick. Easy. On the bad, even on a bad offensive line. He like 6'7", 6'6", 315, and can move like. It just don't look good out there in Colorado. That's all I'm gonna say. Late night game, probably gonna be belt ass, but I'm just saying Deion ends it out tonight on Saturday.
Yeah, and that's off the heels of a few corners transferring from Colorado too. So just sticking on defense.
Yeah.
Your boy that ended up back in Florida.
Kamani looks good. I mean, Florida ain't looked good, but Kamani been doing all right out there in Florida.
See what I'm saying? It's like already you kind of losing your talent, and I don't see that changing after this season either. More people gonna jump ship. So, to your point, it's not gonna get better. It's not gonna get better. So, like I said, I'll be in the bed at 10:15 on Saturday night. I recommend y'all doing the same. Turn on a good movie. It'll be a better watch because this is gonna be. I got another PTA alert for this one.
You can't be on the Power 4 level treating it like free agency, bro. You got to build some kind of culture. Bro. Yeah. But it don't look good. It don't look good out there.
You and Dabo out there trying to fight the good fight.
Fight the good. All right, let's get into this, man. Let's get into NFL football, man. Let's get into our Week 3 NFL scoreboard. Let's start with the game of the week. I mean, ain't game of the week. The game that Kenny cares about. Let's say it like that. 33-26. I mean, I ain't putting no stats out, but hold on, I can get stats for you. Give me a second. Eagles beat the Rams 33-26. Let's go with the Rams first. Matthew Stafford, 196, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Puka Nacua he's still open right now. 11 receptions, 112 yards. For the Eagles, I got Jalen Hurts, 21 for 32, 226, 3 touchdowns. AJ Brown got the ball, 6 receptions, 109 yards, and a touchdown. This game, when I was watching on the Sunday Ticket, I turned to something else because I just knew that the Rams was like, I thought it was gonna get nasty. The next thing you know, you look up and here come the Eagles. It comes down to a field goal. Sometimes it comes down to special teams. Things happen. I think the Rams shot themselves in the foot. Then they started to run the ball, tried to get conservative, run the ball a little bit too much. Should have kept passing the ball because Devontae Adams and Puka they still open. I would say, you know what I'm saying? You say, oh, yeah. Oh, man. But now we got a pick. Matthew got a pick. Zach Bond got the pick. It wasn't a corner. It wasn't a corner. No.
Stop, bro. You got to stop.
I'm just saying. I really think the Rams got too conservative in this. But shout out to the Eagles, man. They kind of cut Jalen Hurts loose. He stepped up again for him. So shout out to Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, man.
I don't even know where to start. I'll just go lightning round. Jalen Hurts disrespect has to stop. The game is never over. Got to play 4 quarters. Ha ha, Jared Verse. 3, Jordan Davis is starting to prove his draft billing, getting picked over Kyle Hamilton. Lost that weight. Hats off to you, big fella. 4, back to Jalen Hurts.
Picked over Kyle Hamilton for y'all team, or picked over as a player?
No, like he was selected before Kyle Hamilton.
I understand that, but like you saying, he's proving his worth for y'all's team. We're not saying he's a better player than Kyle Hamilton.
No, proving his worth
to the Eagles.
Right.
Okay. All right. We're not saying he's just a better overall player.
No, come on, bro.
Hey, bro, I thought you lost your damn mind. I'm just making sure I'm fine.
Okay, so wait. All right, let me add context.
Okay. I was like, what?
No, let me add context. So it was similar to like back in the day, the Eagles picked Brandon Graham before picking Earl Thomas when he was coming out of Texas.
Yeah.
It was like, why the hell would you pick Brandon Graham and when Earl Thomas is sitting right there? It was the same situation, somewhat the same. All right, so instead the Eagles picked Jordan Davis instead of picking Kyle Hamilton. It was like, is it still recognized that Earl Thomas was a dog? Yes. Is Kyle Hamilton a dog? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Probably the best in his position. No question. But at least fulfilling his worth to the team.
Okay. My bad, brother. When you said it, I was sitting there like, the hell did you say? I'm like, you talking about the best safety in the league right now?
Yeah. But by all means, bro, I think he had tackle for loss. He had a fourth down stop. He had a critical stop on a Matthew Stafford scramble, the blocked field goal. Along with the plays he been making these first 3 games, bro. Like he's starting to
show why y'all gave up Milton Williams.
Thank you. That's all I'm getting. And my last note, Jalen Hurts, turn off the mic in your headphones. Stop listening to Kevin Petullo. Call your own offense. Because I don't know what the hell that was in the first half. Last one, 6. Thank you, Matt Stafford, for stop throwing the ball to Devontae Adams. I don't know what that was about.
It got way too conservative, bro. I was sitting there like, why are we running so much? Why are the Rams running so much? Like, throw the ball. They're open. But it is what it is. The Eagles win a game. Shout out to the Eagles, win another one. Sometimes it's not about how you win. It's just, hey, let's win this ball game.
Yeah.
Speaking of winning and losing, hey, the Panthers 30-0.
Come on, man.
Hey, man, don't start. It's something about teams not wanting to go 0-3. That's a thing in NFL. Not wanting to go 0-3 is a thing in NFL. And the Panthers played like, yo, we cannot go 0-3. We got to get this dub. Because most time when you go 0-3, you don't make the playoffs. So, shout out to the Panthers in Carolina. Defense showed up, did their thing. Michael Penix played probably one of the worst games ever, and they fired the receiver coach. I don't understand that. That don't make sense. But, Ike Hilliard's looking for a job because Michael Penix keep throwing to the other team. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah. Jags, Texans. Hey, man, where's CJ Stroud, bro?
Come on. Let's wake up the conversation. Let's wake it up.
Where is CJ Stroud?
Let's wake it up. Talk about getting cats fired. Talk about getting cats fired. Hey, they just let CJ Gardner-Johnson go for free. They're like, hey, now you can just leave, big dog. Yeah. Actually, you can just leave.
Yeah.
So, bro, we ignoring the problem. We're not trying to say it, but it needs to be said.
Hasn't looked good
What's
in about
wrong
a
with
year and a
CJ
half.
Stroud?
Not look good in a year and a half.
See, y'all want to trust him being y'all top 10, top 15 quarterback in the league? Okay, if you want to trust him. But I'm going to also say that sophomore slump was revealing last year.
Yeah.
So whether CJ Stroud is losing trust in the coaching staff or the coaching staff is losing trust in CJ and they're not finding their it's somewhere along. There's no synergy amongst that quarterback room, or between quarterback and coaching. It's starting to look like he's not that guy. I'm almost on that ledge with Shannon Sharp and saying, "Hey, bro, CJ might not be that guy y'all billing him up to be." Because there was a while there. You even had Panthers fans sick. Oh no, man, we should have took CJ. We should have. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes the grass isn't always greener, but there is something wrong. This slump isn't by happenstance.
Yeah, it's not good.
The Tank Dells of the world don't fix this.
Nah, it's just not good right now. It's just not good. They 0-3 too. It's bad. It's bad. Bucks beat the Jets.
They closing on Fox. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, Bucks. Go ahead. Bucks. Come back, beat the Jets. The Jets thought they had this game. It was looking good still. The Jets with Tyrod came back. I mean, they're a feisty team. Aaron Glenn got them guys playing hard. You know what I'm saying? Got them guys playing hard. And some of these close losses are going to turn to W. I can see it. But the Bucks beat the Jets 29-27. Hey, Baker and them just doing their thing, looking like they're going to run the NFC South once again. Hey, Baker looking good. Emeka Jigba is looking like probably leader in the house for Rookie of the Year candidate.
Yep.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. Hey, man, the Bucks just keep winning football games. At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, hats off to the Jets. They put up a damn good fight in lieu of Justin Fields not playing last week. Put up a hell of a fight. Garrett Wilson played a good game. Tyrod Taylor came out with 2 touchdowns. I understand he threw a pick, but I also could very well assume that Fields would have threw a pick this game too. But so Tyrod didn't do that bad by any standard.
Mm-hmm.
So damn good game by the Jets. Again, similar to Ant, bro. These close games is a good sign. By all means, I'm not expecting anybody to be playing their best football this early in the season. But by all means, I do think that team is playing their best for Aaron Glenn. And that's a good sign for a first-year head coach.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best you can. That's one of the highlight things you can say for a first-year head coach is that, hey, you have the locker room and it's still well within hand.
Yeah.
I know coach probably don't believe in any morale wins. You actually like to see that reflected in the win column. But this is definitely something that you can still hang your hat on, and they're gonna be in a lot of tough fights moving down the schedule. But on the other side, Bucks, they have been in a lot of walk-off wins these first 3 games.
Yeah,
it's been coming down to the wire. They find a way to win, similar to Philly. They just find a way to win.
Yeah. So shout out to the Bucks, just finding a way to win. Another team that found a way to win. Like I said, going in the NFL, going 0-3 is not a good thing. And the Browns played like it. The defense played like they did not want to go 0-3. Did not want to give up on this season yet. Offense didn't do anything, but they held down a Packers offense that was considered to be this team was considered to be one of the top teams in the NFL. Browns win this game 13-10. Now it was no Michael Parsons in this game. So but the Browns defense held them down, did their thing. 1-2, not 0-3. Hey, let it keep playing. You know what I'm saying? Let it keep playing. Season still got things to play for. So 13-10, Browns Packers defensive struggle.
Yeah, I mean, just talk about like a late game collapse, right? They lost a 10-point lead in the final minutes. The turnovers have been an issue. Jordan Love having that late turnover in the 4th was disastrous for them. A failure on special teams. It was just a complete meltdown in the final minutes of that game. And, and that can very well be the margin of victory any given Sunday. So, again, we just got done talking about the Bucks and Jets, the Eagles and Rams, how things were just completely it was just a strange weekend for football. But a lot of games were just decided because one team decided to play four quarters and the others didn't.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody should be heading for the hills, nor do I think all the Browns fans are starting to come back outside repping their team. I just think that, these are early schedule lessons that you should take heed to and try not to repeat the same mistake moving toward closer to playoff time. Because it requires all four quarters every Sunday.
Yeah.
Let's learn that lesson now.
Yeah. So last game, Monday night game, was the Lions beat the Ravens 38-30. Like I said, we talked about it a little bit before. The Lions ran the ball, had 2 drives over 90 yards. This came out there and physically dominated on the Ravens defense, and that's a real question that has to be answered. That's Ravens defense. Before they can stop the run, the secondary used to be bad. Now this whole defense is not good. I don't know if it's play calling, not putting the guys in the right position, but this defense has fell off tremendously, and I think it's going to cause a problem within the season because now you're putting more pressure on your offense to score touchdowns. At the touchdown, Derrick Henry has sold onto the football, and Lamar in this game they did it. I think the Lions did a great job corralling Lamar to even when he wanted to take off, it was somebody there. It was somebody right there ready to they didn't let him get to the outside, make a move. They made him step up and then have to go sideways to try to get away from somebody. And somebody was right there. I think they sacked him 7 times in this game. But the main thing I just saw was just the Ravens defense just getting dismantled by the run game. Just 2 drives of 90+ yards is ridiculous.
Yeah. What I took from this game is that for Harbaugh's sake, I hope any of this external finger pointing that's happening in the media don't start to creep its way inside the organization, inside the franchise. Because outside looking in, we're hearing some ridiculous takes. It's starting to get crazy. It's Derrick Henry can't hold on to the football. Is Roquan Smith washed? Is all the resources that they allocated to that secondary, none have really bared fruit just yet.
What happened to Marlon Humphrey, bro?
Bruh. That too. If you was to tell me that you had Malachi Starks, Nate Wiggins, Marlon Humphrey, Jari Alexander,
which I think Nate Wiggins is playing the best out of all of them.
Yeah,
that's sad. The rookie is playing the best out of all of y'all.
It's like if you think you had that collection of talent, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, we're well on our way to being a number 1 defense." It has been the exact opposite, and I don't think none of it lays at the feet of Roquan or that secondary. It starts at the line of scrimmage. You got to win that battle first before you win any battle on that field. They are getting pushed around, and that was just shown. That was exposed to its highest degree the way David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs were just running all over them.
Yeah.
By all means, hats off to the Lions and that interior offensive line they got, because those 2 guards they got are probably both going to be up for some Pro Bowl votes later on this year. But with that rushing attack they got just looks like, if you compare this Lions team to the one that they played the Packers, when they played the Packers, it almost looked like night and day.
Yeah.
So Ravens defense, yes, it is some areas of concern, but it's not the ones that the media is pointing at. I think there's some issues up front. And Derrick Henry, my boy, you gotta hold on to the ball.
Yeah, you gotta hold on to the football.
We talked about it amongst ourselves offline, but 3 games of fumbles, a fumble per game, that ain't it. And I do think this is correctable, and this won't be a lingering issue for him, but it just may be a mental thing. But that is cost. It has been costly for the Ravens thus far.
Yeah. So the Lions starting to get back into the Lions of last year. and really show their physical dominance and just running the football. And doing what they do best. So, you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, nobody should be playing their best football just yet. At least I don't believe. If anybody's playing their best football, that's more of a bad sign than a good sign to me. So again, all these errors that we just got done highlighting, these are all correctable, and I believe these teams might start. It might look different come towards late November, early December.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into it, man. Let's get to fantasy football. So Kenny, give me your fantasy football picks of the week. Got anything you want to say before we get started?
Yeah, dude. Don't ask me about last week. I don't remember it. I got a short-term memory, but I'm pretty certain that some were awesome and some were bad. I think my efficiency, if I were to look at my last week picks, weren't bad at all. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what I had. I had Packers defense, still got a pick on Joe Flacco. I won't really count that against that. Jordan Mason did go off against the Bengals.
Yeah.
That's for certain.
Yeah.
Probably, if anything, you probably should have started Vikings defense last week because shout out to Isaiah Rodgers. That boy had like a fumble and an interception return. Garrett Wilson mentioned 88 in a tud last week. I had him on the bench, but hopefully you had some better performers. Trevor Lawrence against the Texans. I don't know what the hell's wrong with the Texans, bro. Don't ask me shit. We're moving on to week 4. Let's go. Week 4.
Let's go. Let's go to week 4. Start them.
Start them, bro. All right, so Roman Doomsday. You know what I'm saying? We got the Raiders this week. Need I say any more? Outside of Caleb Williams having some freakish off day, he didn't paint his nails the right color. I surely expect Roman Doomsday to repeat that same performance that he just got done putting on the Cowboys last week. Start him. And you're welcome. Omarion Hampton going against the Giants this week. Again, need I say any more? Can't stop a nosebleed. They're starting to there's been discussions about them starting to hawk off some of that taunted defensive line that I spoke about earlier this season. Dexter Lawrence is in talks. Kayvon Thibodeau is in talks. Brian Burns is in talks.
That's crazy. That's crazy if the defense is in talks because that's the only good thing on their team.
But is it?
Well, with the Chiefs, they did. They did pretty good against the Chiefs.
Kareem Hunt scored. Pacheco scored. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they're not getting. Maybe you're not having a 100-yard rusher on them, but your running back will still find an end zone. And that's the same thing I'm gonna say about Omarion Hampton, who has the benefit. I'll put that in air quotes. The benefit because Najee Harris is also on IR, so he will be the lead dog this week. He won't be splitting any carries. And as I mentioned, they're going against a discouraged Giants defense. So you're welcome again. Start on Marion Hampton. Don't ask me no questions.
Yeah.
Sit him.
All right, let's get to the sit him. There we go. Sit him.
Aaron Rodgers. They're in Dublin, Ireland this week against the Vikings, bro. Just got done talking about the Vikings defense, how you probably should have started them last week. I'm gonna say the same thing again this week. They probably could have been in my they probably could have been in my stardom section. But I think it's gonna be even more beneficial to our fans if we let them know, hey, don't start Aaron Rodgers going across that water. Don't do it. They're starting at 9:30. However many factors you want to put against Aaron Rodgers, do it. Early morning start. Out of the country. He's been stayed overnight with a Zen master. I don't know. Whatever you want to put on Aaron Rodgers' jacket to make you not start him, tally it up because you should not start Aaron Rodgers this week. Thank you. And again, if he goes off for 305 tugs, shut the hell up. Don't ask me no questions. Cowboys defense. Again, I don't know what you need. I don't need me to say anything.
Ain't nothing else
Caleb
to really
Williams
say
is
about that.
They don't know what the hell they're doing in that secondary. Trayvon Diggs, Kyrie Elam, Malik Hooker, whoever the hell you line up, none of them boys spoken to each other since training camp. There is no.
They can't get to the quarterback. They have no pass rush.
Well, unless Micah Parsons could also sack the quarterback and drop in deep thirds, unless that was a part of his game last year that we just didn't speak about, they got more issues than just no pass rush. Cats are running open. You know what I'm saying? So again, and they're going against who? A Packers offense who just got a shocker last week going against the Browns. I very much expect them to be wide awake this week. And Jordan Love to have a stalwart game against that Cowboys defense. It's very much if Caleb Williams can do it, I damn sure believe Jordan Love can do it. Sit that damn Cowboys defense ass down. They're not doing nothing this week, and you're welcome.
And like that, man, that is Kenny's fantasy football stardom or sitter. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? They're not bad picks. I don't know how I feel about the. Actually, I feel good about all of them. I would listen to you this week. This ain't a bad week for you, man.
Bad week.
Not a bad week. All right, let's get into our last thing. The IDK Sports Pick'em, and look at that. We are tied up 11-10, 11-10. Both of us won 3 games last week and lost 3 games last week. We did a split right down the middle at 500. Hold on, let me get my tally up so I can keep track of who we picking. So we 11-10, 11-10. Hey man, it's very equal right now. So hopefully this week, man, we can break the tie, man. Maybe somebody can pull ahead. Maybe we have a perfect week here. Maybe somebody gets a perfect week. So let's start off first with Commanders at the Falcons, or Commanders versus the Falcons. Who you got, Kenny?
Sheesh. Oh man. I can't get 30-0 out my head. I can't, and to the Panthers too. I can't get that. I can't just get that thought out of my head. I want to say, nah, man, Michael Penix, and then they'll bounce back. It's just Marcus Mariota. They all thing they did was just beat the Raiders last week. Yeah, but that's what you're supposed to do to bad teams. And Falcons are seeming like a bad team, so I'm gonna go with the Commanders.
Yeah, I totally agree. Commanders basically everything you said. A good matchup, AFC matchup, Colts versus Rams. Kenny, who you got?
I'm gonna go Rams on this one. I'm gonna go Rams. I don't think that Rams team is that deflated by that late win by the Eagles last week. Mm-hmm. I think if anything, they show that they can be dominant. They last week, they was up 26-7 at one point in the third quarter to the Eagles, a defending Super Bowl champ. And I don't think they lost any steam coming into next week. However y'all feel about Danny Dimes, y'all can keep it. I'm going with the Rams.
I wanted to go with the Rams, but man, we got to mix it up a little bit. I'm gonna go with the Colts, man. I think the Colts win another one. I think Danny Dimes maybe don't play the best, but I think that Colts defense is pretty good, and I think they take care of business. And I think the Colts stay the unbeaten team, like a surprise team of the year that's unbeaten. Ravens and Chiefs. Kenny, who you got?
Ravens. As much cash shit we just got done talking about the Ravens. What the Ravens did prove is that they can score. And that is something that the Chiefs have struggled with at times. Some inefficiencies on offense. I don't think they really found a groove just yet. But I think we can almost set Lamar Jackson and that Ravens offense down for at least 27 to 30 points a game. And I can bookmark that and feel comfortable walking away. So I'm going to go with the Ravens in this game over the Chiefs.
Yeah. This game, I'm going to go with Ravens as well. But you understand, this game right here, loser, this game drops to what? 1-4?
Yeah.
That's scary for teams that are usually at the top
Well,
of the divisions and everything like that, really putting themselves in a hole. So a team to lose this game really puts themselves in a bad hole to try to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And try to have the playoff run and had the aspirations that they thought they was gonna have. So this game has a lot of implication to it. But I think the Ravens, I think Lamar goes off. Usually when they don't have a good game, when he doesn't have the greatest of games, he usually has a good game. And I think that the Ravens offense, I think Derrick Henry runs for like 100 plus yards. I think it makes it happen. You know what I'm saying for them. Bengals Broncos Monday night. Who you got?
Broncos. So don't trust the Bengals. Don't trust them. It's not much that I can just say wholeheartedly that is going to work for them. Again, I do think with the loss of Joe Burrow earlier this season that they are a candidate for a fire sale. Um, Broncos, again, they seem more consistent out the two. So we're rolling with the Broncos this week.
Yeah, Broncos. I think without Joe Burrow, the team just holding on by a thread for the like. I don't see anything, and if Jake Brown is not it, just don't see it. And it's not the team was built for Joe Burrow, so I'm gonna go Broncos. Jags 49ers. And here you got it.
I'm rolling with my boy Mac, man. I'm rolling with Mac Jones, bro. I understand the loss of Nick Bosa for the season does hurt.
He's always hurt. I'm sorry.
That's torn ACL does hurt. I'm not overlooking that, but again, Trevor Lawrence gonna throw you one. He gonna throw you one pick for sure.
Mhm.
I do think that that Niners pass rush is still efficient enough, even with the absence of Nick Bosa. I think you still got a team that got McCaffrey and Kittle. So and with the dual threat of B-Rob, my boy Ant's favorite running back in fantasy, B-Rob, he's still out there that can get you some quality touches. So I'm rolling with the Niners this week.
Yeah, I'm going Jags. I think the Jags build off the momentum of winning the game against the Texans. And I think 49ers missing Brock. I think Mac played decent last week. I don't think you get back-to-back weeks of Mac Jones playing good. I'm going to say the Jags win this game. And then the last one, man, we got Eagles and Bucks. Kenny, who you got?
So last week, I made it by the skin of my teeth, and I stick with my home team. My chest was telling me pick the Rams, and I still pick with the Eagles. I don't even know with this one because the Eagles are 1-4 against the Bucks, bro. The Bucks, the top O's, they got Jalen's number. We do not beat the Bucks. All that being said, bro, I'm still gonna pick the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? If this is why I fall back in my win-loss record and I'm a game behind, then so be it. I gotta roll with the home team, bro. Maybe this is the game where we kind of revenge some of that recency ass whooping that we've been getting from the Bucks. But yeah, bro, we do not beat the Bucks. And it's in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
So sheesh. I'm gonna go with the Eagles, but I do not like that. I'm gonna go on the record saying that.
Yeah, and for that reason, I'm gonna pick the Bucks, man. It's in Tampa. I like how the Bucks are playing. I know your offense came on late last week. Still not a big believer in that offense right now. And the thing that nobody's talking about, you really can't run the Saquon ain't really can't really get the run game going.
Yeah.
So I think down in Tampa, I think the Bucks and Baker keep it going. They're gonna keep it going. They're gonna be a good game. It's a good game, close game. But I got the Bucks. I got the Bucks in this game, so I'm gonna take the Bucks. So we differ on 3 games this week. Hey, somebody can take a 3-game lead if it go right. So we differ on some different games this week. So I definitely, you know what I'm saying, that's the IDK Sports Pick'em by Week 4 NFL pick'em. Hey man, still got some good games, but we starting to get in the thick of it. We start NFL. Some of these games have real consequences, like the Ravens and Chiefs game. Like I said, team lose that game, go 1-4. That's crazy for a team like the Jets. I mean, like the Chiefs, I meant to say, or the Ravens to be 1-4. It's a hard hole to come out of, man. That's you digging yourself a deep hole. Like most playoff teams that even gonna have home field advantage don't lose more than 4 or 5 games.
Yeah,
You lost the first 4 in the first 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? We get to that part of the season. Like I said, as far as college football, conference play is starting to come up. Time to start winning conference championships. Are you the team that is week 5? Are you the team that everybody thinks you are? So have your rotation. No more hiding the playbook. It's no more, we're not going to show it this week. Now the cupcake game's over. Now we starting to get into some conference play. And are you the team that we thought you are?
we got a good weekend ahead of us, man. We got a damn good weekend ahead of us.
Yeah. Hey, go on. Hold on.
Saturday for sure is one of those ones where you can definitely lock the door and don't go nowhere, because that 3:30 slot is a barn burner. You know, you can easily flip through a couple of those games and be set. Sunday, again, implications for a few games on Sunday. I'm very interested to see what type of Texans team we're gonna get. Very interested in that. Going down 1-4, as Ant mentioned, between the Chiefs and the Ravens, we're talking about some inner turmoil at that point.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people will start turning their back on each other. We're possibly looking at the fall of the great empire of Chiefs Kingdom, possibly. You know, they really got to go back to resetting the board. That's possibly what we're staring at on Sunday. So it's a very interesting weekend, man. Don't know what we're gonna get. I'm tuned in to see.
So we are definitely getting there. So don't forget, if you haven't, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. But like that, man. IDK Sports Podcast, your premium spot to talk sports with the average guy.
Yeah.
My name is Anthony. My main man Kenny. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. And until next time,
So,
I'll